Why would you eat this rubbish when you can make better food at home? So today I'm doing beef burgers. People usually think of them quite unhealthy, like the McDonald's burger, but when you get decent quality beef mince or pre-made patties, they're actually alright. And as you can see by my other ingredients, you can get quite a lot of the food groups in. So you've got buns for our carbohydrates, you've got a bit of salad that you can put inside or on the side. We've got onions, so we're going to do some grilled onions, and a bit of cheese for a bit of dairy, a bit of calcium and fat, which is always good. And my thing with burgers, it's all about preparation. The actual cooking of the burger takes 5 to 8 minutes and is very easy. But you want to have all your other elements of the burger, which elevate the burger, ready and easy to just slap on, assemble it when it's still warm, all together nice. So, one key thing when you're making burgers is to have a good pan. So this is a cast iron pan. It's one of my flatmates, Greg's one. And they're good because they hold heat, so you can cook at a lot higher temperature. So that means you'll get a good sear and a good colour on your burger. First step, we're just going to chop the onion, do the grilled onions. Nice and easy. They're a staple, they're a must in my opinion when you're doing burgers or hot dogs. Just brings me back to barbecues in the summer, even though it's miserable in January at the moment. Last day of January though, almost out of winter. Anyway, I'm waffling. Let's do that. So now I've prepped all my ingredients, I'm going to get my onions on into the pan with a bit of oil, and then also my bacon in, because these two take the longest. And then once my onions have sweated off a bit, I'm going to add a bit of salt and a bit of sugar to them, just to give them a bit more flavour. So I think that should be alright. 4 pieces of bacon. There you go. And then they'll start cooking off, and then I'll be ready to put my burgers on in a couple minutes. Right, so my onions are sweated off now, so I'm going to get a bit of light brown sugar. Just add a little tiny bit, just a little sprinkling. Especially as that's only half an onion, so it doesn't need a lot. And then a bit of table salt, just over the top as well, probably about a pinch, I'd say. And there you go, give that a mix, a little bit of a pro toss. And there you go, that'll be all nice and lovely after about 10 minutes cooking. The bacon's going now, so we'll put the burgers in, get those open quickly. I wasn't really prepared for this, but we're going with it. Just doing 2 burgers today, so get those on nice and easy. We've got that much bit stuck. There you go. And then those will start searing off. You want a bit of colour on them, a bit of brown, so you'll probably leave them for about 5 minutes on one side and then check them. And you'll know when it's ready because it'll come off the pan. Because of the Maillard reaction, it'll loosen up from the pan and you'll be able to flip it nice and easily as it cooks. Right, so these look about ready to flip. Let's just have a look. Look at that. Colour on that side. Bang. And then they won't be long now. So what I like to do is get the cheese on straight away. This is just cheddar, which doesn't melt as well. So I've cut this really thin with my great skills. No, just a sharp knife really, that's all you need. And this will start melting and hopefully will be ready by the time that everything else is. What you can do is cover them. It doesn't work as well in a pan like this because it's harder to cover because of the shape of the pan. But you can cover it, put a bit of water in and it'll steam up and it'll cook the cheese, melt it really nicely. And you can use other cheeses as well. Let me just quickly do this onion, sorry. Other cheeses work better, usually. I'd go for something else, but this is what we had, and to be honest, cheddar tastes nicer anyway. So that's what we're going with. Right. So my burgers have about a minute left, so I'm going to get the buns on just to crisp them up. I think it just adds another level of complexity to your burger and just elevates it a bit higher than what you would normally have. So I'm just going to get those on 30 seconds each bun, and then start assembling. Right, so I almost forgot, but I'm also doing a basic burger sauce. Thankfully I had a lovely camera woman to help me out and remember, so it's just in with a bit of tomato ketchup, which doesn't seem to want to cooperate, and just because it's only 2 burgers, it's not too much. Usually I'd use either American or English mustard, but we've got a bit of Dijon today, so go a bit lighter with it because it's a bit stronger. And then just have to quickly grab another teaspoon, sorry, and then quickly a little bit of pickle juice just to loosen it up, and then give that a quick mix. There you go, look, pretty much what you'd get in a restaurant, that's all they do. Pickled juice adds a bit of saltiness, mustard is just lovely, and then tomato ketchup, bit of sweetness. The burgers are almost ready. The cheese isn't as melted as it would be with another type of cheese, but it'll be good enough for a lovely home dinner and better than McDonald's, let's be honest. So we get a bit of salad on the burgers. I'll show you the assembling in a second. Let's do that quickly. Right, so I've got everything ready. I'm going to go in with my sauce. This always goes on the top half of the bun. It's what I learned while I was working in a restaurant back home. Just nice little simple dollop like that, and spread it around with the back of your spoon in a lovely circle. Kind of took a while doing that. And then just a little bit of greenery. I've actually butchered that, to be honest. Maybe a bit too much. That big leaf is causing havoc. This big leaf is up to no good. Right, there you go. The burger will squash it down in a second. Another big leaf. Oh my god. Right, that'll do. Have a bit more on the side just for a bit of health. Next, we'll go on with our burger. And burger number 2. The big leaves come out. Right. Next, bacon. Bacon always looks good when you do it in like this crisscross pattern. But this burger on the left's getting a bit of neglect, I can't lie. Then onions just on top of the bacon. Finally. And then you're just going to whack the lid on top of that. That wasn't very professional. I forgot my pickles. They usually go on top of the salad, so you're just going to have to imagine they're there. I'm going to make burgers again tomorrow, so the pickles will get more attention tomorrow, I'm sure. I would have learnt my lesson. This is a poor craftsmanship from me. But they are stacking quite well. It's also my first time trying these little baby pickles in a burger. Usually I go for bigger ones, but these were much cheaper, so that's what we went with. I'm going to try and fix that leaf there. And then I'll show you what it's going to look like now. It's nice and easy when you press it down. There you go, that's what we've got. Look at that. Way better than McDonald's. Brioche bun. It's got to be. Right, go sort that left burger out now. The absolute diabolical burger. And then I'll do a quick review when we eat it in a minute. Right, so I've got my burger here. Gonna have a quick bite. Hopefully you can't hear me eating. Mm. Mm. Now that is a burger. Fuck. Oops. Pardon me. Excuse my French. Pardon my French. That is banging though. Yeah, lovely bite. Right, I'll let my lovely camera woman eat hers now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, it's free. I enjoy making these videos and I want as many people to indulge in a healthy lifestyle and not be too healthy, but enjoy the balance and live long, healthy lives. Do things that they want to do and see and spend as much time with their family and friends. So have a good week and thanks for watching.